So what exactly the holistic life, today's lifestyle topic is about spiritual farming. Let's understand with the help of slides also. So friends, about the farming as the current state of farming is chemical farming, as we all know that. So in the chemical farming, farmers are using the huge amount of pesticides and the artificial manure. So it's chemical based manure. So these two things, as they're using this more and more, so whatever they produce, the harvest, which any of the any of us or any animals over eats that kind of food, what will happen? The same chemical, the chemical content, whatever is used for spraying onto the all these plants, that will go inside our body also, which is going to give a lot of other side effects and a lot of other the lowering of immunity will happen, my dear friends. So that's why we have to be very careful about the chemical that right now the chemical based farming what is going on. So not only that, so even the farmer also is not at all benefited. He has to use a lot of a lot of amount he has to invest in order to buy the chemical based chemical fertilizers and also the chemical pesticides. It's very very difficult, and after using so much, what is happening is at the end of the harvest is not getting benefited. In fact, the either amount of produce is spoiled or otherwise. So what happens is the whatever the price fixed for the particular this farming, the whatever the harvest, it also less. So ultimately, the huge investment is required. So that's why it's very 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 difficult for the farmer also. In fact, at the same time, he does a lot of negative karma by going through the chemical farming. The reason is he does is he tries to spray these chemical pesticides and all onto the plants and onto the earth. So what will happen at the other time? Whatever the birds around in your farm around that whatever the birds are depending on your farm. So birds also needs a little food, and what are the creatures? The basically the creatures which are living underneath of the surface of the ground or the soil or on the top of the soil, whatever the so-called snakes, frogs, all these things, and earthworms, so many. All these are getting spoiled and they are died because of the heavy amount of chemicals you pour in to the earth, to the soil when you are growing any of the current state of farming. So if you observe, so even if you observe in the villages now also, what they do is they use a huge amount of chemicals, such a way that really, it's very bad. Even a human being cannot go into the farm. He has to close his nose and go into the farm. That is the kind of situation which is created now. And every 2 to 3 days once, my dear friends, they are just spraying the chemical onto the the fruit, the harvest. Every 3 to 4 days, you can imagine what kind of situation we came into. And also by doing all this, the soil also losing its fertility. If you see now in the out of 100%, 70 to 80% soil has become a plastic soil by now throughout India, isn't it? So because the continuous use of these chemical fertilizers and pesticides, that's all. Because of that, the entire soil has become a so-called plastic soil. It's very horrible. In the future, it's going to be a very dangerous situation is ahead of us. It's a dangerous situation. So this kind of soil, so we are going to give to the next generation of people. So our next generation, we are going to give this kind of a soil. Understand what kind of the great the kind of a negative karma which we are all as a humanity we are all committing. So that's why we have to be very careful about this particular chemical farming. And also, even as a consumer, you must not consume this kind of products. You must be away from these things. Okay. So maybe whatever you want to consume, so try to take the help of the nearby local farmers, regional farmers, and take their harvest and eat. And also you support them also well over the natural farmers, natural farming who are doing. Just help them so that they will also be sustained. And if you buy their products or whatever the produce, so that's how we need to lead your life, my dear friends. And also many times we buy lot of some different vegetables or the fruits which are imported from the other countries. All this is not essential. In fact, they may not be good, or they may not be useful for your body. So try remembering one thing: any product, any kind of a produce or a fruits which are grown nearby to you or regional to you, so they are very good for your health. Okay, because nature gives that all the kind of fruits, so very immediate to you in the nature, so to consume. So those will be very good for your consumption, and it gives a lot of nutrients, my dear friends. And also, if you buy the local available fruits or vegetables, you are going to support your own farmers, the farmers who belongs to your own area, especially India itself. Instead of buying the things which are imported, like imported apple, imported a lot of other items, right? So you don't need to do that much. Okay, so try to follow this also carefully. So friends, so somehow this is this is called the current state of farming which is going on. Okay, now so what you say about spiritual agriculture? So if you today we are discussing about spiritual farming. Friends, spiritual farming means only one thing you remember: on this earth planet, not only the human being, as a human being, you have a right to take a birth and right to take living. So you have a birthright, you have also birth the right of living, isn't it? So the same similarly, all other beings also has got the equal right. Do not think that the earth belongs to me, this field is belong to me, this land is belong to me. You are thinking that in your terms, but in fact, with respect to nature, it is not like that. Nature has given equal opportunity for everything. Before we born here onto the earth planet, so probably the nature is already existing. Nature means what? The nature kingdom. There may be some kind of animals, plants, all the mineral kingdom, right? All these were existing before the human being born onto the earth itself. Understand? So that means, so such is the importance of the nature kingdom. So that is why what we have to do is, we never need to think so selfishly that we only have to survive on the earth. That means just for your own eating and your own the making money, and you are just conducting the farming so violently by killing all the other living beings. That is very bad. That is very bad, my dear friends. It's going to be a big negative karma. That is why farmer is also suffering even suicide. He's going to the extent of suicides. Okay, at the end of the farming, the reason is he's already doing that kind of negative karma, great negative karma, right? So likewise, so instead of doing all that, making sure that along with you, all other living beings are going to survive along with you. So on this earth planet, so that kind of farming we have to support. So that farming is called, this kind of farming is called spiritual farming, where we are not going to use any of the substances in order to grow the harvest, in order to grow the crop. We don't use any kind of substances which are against to the nature, against to any other living being, my dear friends. So with which, so our crop will be growing. So once we do that kind of practices, the practices are called spiritual farming practices, which are very essential for the right current times, my dear friends. You have to take care of this. Okay, if you are a farmer, or if you're non-farmer also, you must be able to take care of, make a note of this kind of things. We need to definitely follow. So at the same time, friends, so that means, so what can be the ingredients of this natural farming or spiritual farming compared to the chemical farming means. So so far we understood what is the importance of, what is the disadvantage of the chemical farming, what is the advantage of the spiritual farming. Now, so when you take the spiritual farming, what are the the practices we follow? So part of spiritual farming, there's one more, of course, it's also same as this spiritual farming is nothing but a natural farming also. So the part of natural farming we have been practicing so many of the areas in India already, right? With the help of, and with the great, the divine help done by Mr. The so-called Sri Subhas Palekarji from Maharashtra. Okay, so he is the person, he is a pitamaha of the natural farming basically. So the natural farming is the practice which has been in India from ancient times, my dear friends. We forgot it after the Green Revolution. We started the Green Revolution, Harita Viplava. So after that it started, all the farmers completely turned towards the chemical farming, and they forgot the age-old, age-old practice of our own India. So what is the age-old practice of our own India is that's called Prakriti Vyavasaya, natural farming, that has been again revived by the Subhas Parekar. So that's why what he has called it as, he has called the name, that particular farming, natural farming, zero budget natural farming. It means you don't need any budget from outside. You don't need to buy anything from the market in order to grow your crop. So everything available within your own field. Okay. What maximum you need to do is you need to have one desi cow. Always one or two desi cows is must with every family whoever is in the farming. So then what will happen? Whatever the so-called the cow dung and also the cow urine. So these two things, along with cow curd and all these things, combining these things, what they do is the cow dung they used to use, they can use it as the natural manure instead of the chemical fertilizer, and also the all this cow urine and along with the dung and all the things we can make as a ganamruta, jivamruta, bijamruta, like that we can make. Those will be used as a basically pesticides. Instead of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, you can use these things so that your farming, it doesn't need any kind of materials you need to buy from anywhere outside, my dear friends. That's how your budget will be very minimal budget. Minimal budget will be required for growing a crop for 1 acre. That's how the farmer also gets the very good amount of benefit. He never get to the losses. He never need to do any suicidal all these attempts. Okay, so that's how you need to practice for it. This is called zero budget natural farming. So very much and is been in practice for quite long, ancient times from in India itself. But we forgot. So now everybody is getting reminded by themselves. Okay, and with the help of Subhas Parekar. So in Karnataka especially, this natural farming or spiritual farming is so prevalent. That means everywhere the farmers have started practicing, and definitely it is much useful to a human being as well as environment. So with respect to health, everything, all to with all perspectives or all perspectives, the natural farming is the great. It's going to give the highest and the best the produce outside, and which will keep the health of human being safer and it will be preserved. Okay. Now, friends, so the part of this natural farming also, we say that use the pyramids for the farming. We call it as a pyramid farming. As of course, it's also called as it is also a part of spiritual farming, my friends. Natural farming is also part of spiritual farming. Pyramid farming, it means we use pyramids for the sake of farming. So what we do is, so we try to, what we do, we try to place pyramids at every place. For example, let's say in 1 acre, I used to do like, about 10 5 feet by 5 feet pyramids at different places in in the soil. On the soil, you just erect it, and then what will happen? The cosmic energy will be received by every pyramid, and it distributes around it. So that's how the cosmic energy, the huge amount of cosmic energy is flowing through the entire farm. If it is a 1 acre or 10 acre, whatever number of acres maybe. So then what will happen? All that cosmic energy comes down, then it pervading through the entire farm. That is where what happens? So this the energy which goes to the plants and human beings and the animals and a lot of creatures, everything they all receive, my dear friends. Then they all will be happier. So they don't need much of food and all these things. Okay. So with a little food, they'll be going on. So that's how what happened. Nothing. They will never disturb you, your crop also. They never disturb you much, your crop and all. Okay. That's how you'll be able to survive without attack of any virus or other all the insect with all the insects, the attack will not be there. So because we are following the natural practices now, and nature also will support you. You don't need to worry. So that's how what we need to do. These pyramids also you need to use more and more. Already in many of the places, these pyramids are engaged now for the farming purposes, and the produce is great. Without using any chemicals, no chemical, no fertilizers. Maybe you can use cow dung. Otherwise, nothing is required. Just pyramids are going to be sufficient. Your crop will be definitely very natural, so high produce and very useful for the consumption for the human being. Very safe for the consumption of a human being, my dear friends. So and also the all other beings also will get proper food. So by this particular farming. So this is how we need to use the pyramids also. This combinedly that put together is called spiritual farming, my dear friends. Okay. So we can definitely So use this farming, spiritual farming everywhere from now onwards. So hope that all the farmers will turn into the as spiritual farmers from now onwards. Okay. So like this, these are so past part of holistic lifestyle we'll try to learn today.